Oops, there we go, and here we go, going into, I believe it's the 5th or 6th game now. Losing track of the games, I'm going to start writing these things down. This is about the 5th game, I believe. HasHe is the current one-time King of the Hill, as he is going up against, yep, you guessed it, LG.Kangwook. This is Lazarus Gaming, of course, LG. So Kang getting the northern spawn as the yellow Zerg is successfully answered another skill testing question correctly. The question, of course, for all those VOD viewers out there that are wondering what the question was, what was the StarCraft Brood Wars Pro Gaming Team Air Force Ace in the Guinness Book of Records for? So what were they put into the Guinness Book of Records for? So won't tell you guys the answer for that right away. I'll let you guys look it up in a second, as all the other people did. But Kang was very, very quick on that one. Maybe using Google, maybe not, but he definitely got that first. So he is getting the northern spawn here on Scrap Station as the challenger, going up against our current one-time king, HasHe from Team Vile, of course. So HasHe is going to be setting up on the high ground here. And yeah, obviously Scrap Station, a very Zerg favorite map. So selected by the challenger. This challenger will select this, of course. Speaking of the challenger, that is the name of this event. This is the L2SC.net, the Challenger King of the Hill. This is basically a 3-day King of the Hill series we're putting on, guys, every Saturday, about 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, of course. Putting this on, we have a select list of players that we've invited to play, and between every second or third game, we'll do a skill testing question in the IRC chat. So if you guys are just tuning in, or if you're watching live, of course, because the VOD viewers, chat will most likely be empty or will be full of people talking about other things. Hop onto the chat. We will ask a skill testing question. The first person to answer this will get a chance to play against the King. So this is how Kang has played 2 more games than he should have. He was the first, he was the last King of the Hill. He actually came in as the win last week. But now he is going up against Vile.HasHe again here. He did play 2 more times, though, so we'll see what he can do. As you see, Kang is throwing down his expansion very, very quickly. Spawning pool at 15. Gas proceeding that very quickly at 15 as well. So Kang's going to get very much used to that fast expand. Vile.HasHe doing, or HasHe, of course, just doing a wall off a little bit. Getting that second supply depot up. Going to take some pot shots at that Overlord. Overlord does have to turn around if it stayed on the terrain just a little bit longer. It would not make it out with his life. You do not want to lose an Overlord at this point. 100 minerals is a lot of minerals. Factory going up. Did Kang spot that? Sorry, wrong number 2. No, he did not. So did not catch the factory completing the wall in. He will have to return a drone or something like that. Drones being transferred over. Kang is scouted out by HasHe. So SCV reaches the hatchery. He's a little disappointed he wasn't able to block that. Typically, a quick engineering bay or something is a very sneaky way to block a Zerg expansion here. You can start the engineering bay to about 90-95%, and then just take the SCV off of the building, and then once they go to kill it, just cancel the engineering bay. Very, very good way to deny a fast expand. And very cheap way, actually, too. I think the canceling the engineering bay only loses you about 20 minerals or so, 25 minerals. So not too bad, as HasHe has 2 gas up. He is going to flip onto Tech Lab. Interesting. I would have almost expected Hellion, but this is going to turn into a blue flame Hellion, actually. So going to exploit that fast expand, as he is going to get some Marines blue flame Hellions. Kang just on 1 gas, 1 miner. I don't know if he's caught that yet. He's missing one of the guys. I think he meant to take them all off of gas there. Kang getting as many drones out as he can. This is the droning phase for any Zerg player early on. Hellions being rallied to the top there. Won't get spotted. Zergling does see now the factory attached to that tech lab, so he will be aware that there is either siege tanks or blue flame Hellions coming. So he will need to get something more beefy, obviously roaches or something to deal with that. He is going to guess on blue flame Hellions. Spine crawler being thrown down by Kang, so that's perfect positioning, as he will be able to move between the 2 bases with this. Won't be able to actually deny. He might need to get this into the mineral line possibly, but he will get that spine crawler up by the time the Hellions are able to get across the map. Roaches also coming up, so very good response from Kang. He is going to get his layer tech started. 1 gas just mining right now, so quite a bit behind in terms of gas. He's droning very, very heavily, as you can see, 32 to 24, an 8 worker lead right now for Kang, our yellow Zerg. and our challenger, of course. It looks like Marine's getting stuff on the high ground. HasHe is going to get that 4th Hellion out. No Starport. Oh, there's the Starport. There she is. So Starport's going to drop off a Medivac. The 4 Hellions can be moved in 1 Medivac, so that is definitely what HasHe is going to go for here. HasHe is just waiting for that Medivac to get finished, and he is going to start his command center on the high ground. So very good. Going to get that harassment started. Viking coming out to answer up for HasHe. Going to start hunting Overlords. Spine Crawler for Kang, though, being thrown down behind his mineral line. So very, very smart. As he's getting those units in position, expecting some kind of draw play. Seeing a factory wall like that, you can definitely expect either it coming from in the front or a draw play, so he is set up for both. He will spot the Hellions being unloaded there. Won't be able to do too much. Spinecrawler is not done, but do catch a couple of drones. Wow, even a couple more drones. 4 drones are toasted in that last volley. Moving around, Roach in position, another drone's caught off of gas, gonna hit the Spinecrawler on the low ground. These Hellions are gonna be left to die. Don't think the Medivac followed. No, it did not. Lined up, but not enough. So good Spinecrawler spread from Kang. About 6 or 7 drones lost there, and 4 Hellions. So not really an efficient trade. Vikings are going to follow that up, of course, just harassing the Overlords on the outside of his base. Zergling's not able to do much. There is one Zergling denying on the low ground. It's going to come down to HasHe now to decide what he's going to follow up with. Rax is being started on the high ground. He's getting a reactor on the first Rax as well. Siege tanks coming out. Siege mode is done. He did get quick siege mode there, so 3rd Rax started, so it's going to transition into a Marine siege tank build, of course, here. Obviously going to want to add some Marauders and things like that, but we will see that come up. Medivac for HasHe is left over from the drop. Siege tanks in very, very good position here. Going to cover both the natural and the main base with this kind of positioning. Very awesome. Kang, though, still taking this opportunity to get more and more drones. So lots of roaches on the field right now, but even more drones being added for Kang. As you can see, fully saturated at his main here. A ton of drones in there. Same thing with his natural. A little bit under saturation, but definitely getting up there as there's 13, 11 drones there. So not too bad. And Zergling's being spread around the map. You always want to be scouting out. No surprise yellow bases. Oh, interesting. Looks like Kang's going to clear out his rocks from his 4th base. Typically Zerg will expand to the middle here, try to control that with creep, but very good to kind of ninja expand if you can, as HasHe has got his natural started now. So worker counts, mineral counts are about even thanks to the mules, but definitely a worker lead right now for a Zerg player. Mules are definitely strong, so more racks being added. There's 4 racks up here now since I last checked, and it looks like the tech labs, or sorry, the factory still producing more and more siege tanks. Siege mode, of course, as mentioned, is done. Stim being started right now for HasHe, so half complete. +1 ground weapons coming up. No armory or anything just yet, although look at that, a changeling being dropped off. We'll see if HasHe spots it. I'm sure he probably will. I believe the turret marks it as a changeling as well, but that will give actually a full scout to Kang. Very, very good from Kang as HasHe is moving out there. We'll get a look at the natural expansion being fully saturated. Not sure if he's going to take out this changeling just yet. Nope, we'll rally down. So yeah, he's going to get a good look, very good use of that changeling there. I like when you can get that off. It's always annoying to know that there's free information being handed around. Viking has picked up 2 Overlord kills, going to land in the Watchtower. Clean up the Zergling. To his surprise, though, there are a number of roaches coming in there. A little bit of a miss micro, but the siege tanks are being set up here. Advantage given to, obviously, the angle here right now for Kang. He got a really good angle at HasHe here. Leapfrog siege tanks, though, are exposed. A handful of Marines left. I was going to say no Marines left, but the Zerglings ran by. Lots of damage to be done to the roaches, but siege tanks and Marines all fall. Only a Medivac left, the only thing that cannot get hit by anything on the ground. HasHe is forced to reinforce right now. Marauders joining this composition right now. Oh, wow. Triple reactor. You can produce 6 Marines at one time. Very, very nice. Missile turrets being added. More Medivac. So it's siege tank, Marine, Medivac. Obviously composition here being added. Banelings and Mutalisk, though, being transitioned for Kang. So the standard Zerg response to this. He is going to take this opportunity, though, to get some spine crawlers up on the midfield. Very, very good. He has these Mutalisk are harassing the base right now. Being repelled by the missile turrets. Not able to dig too far into the missile turrets because, obviously, they take significant damage marked as light units. So We'll see what Kang can do. He's going on the standard responses I was mentioning a bit there. Baneling's Mutalisk Zergling with a touch of Roaches, Hydralisk, whatever your flavor is. Very, very good response. Taking the 3rd and 4th base. So 3rd base is done. 4th base being started right now. Gas being started from Kang. He's going to produce more drones. 7 drones coming out. So he's pulling way ahead in terms of his worker count. Obviously, the mineral income in the favor of Hash due to the mules, but huge mineral sustainability on the Zerg's favor. Walking into a ball of Marines, not a good idea here for the Mutalisk. The Mutalisk will clean up the Marines, but are having to deal with more Marine Stimus there from Hash. Going to get cleaned up by the Medivacs before anything too crazy happens. Hash is getting that 3rd command center. Will land it in the ground here. On the low ground here. Generally turned it into a planetary fortress. Planetary fortresses are awesome. So hopefully he can get that working, as it looks like the rocks are under heavy fire from the Mutalisk. Kang actually opting to take out the rocks. Generally, the Zerg wants to keep these attack paths pretty open, so we'll see. But he was the first to the midfield here, so it might be a good idea for Kang to do that, open that up, be able to backdoor them a little bit. Scan goes down, gets a great scan of the midfield there, sees the Spine Crawlers in production. Baneling's coming out. Baneling's not caught in a scan, so is aware of Mutalisk, of course. Banelings are the natural follow-up to that. Looks like maybe a drop being loaded up by Hash, or possibly a misclick, but definitely just unloading them. He does want to have to push this midfield. Mutalisk, though, making it back to the base. They do clean up both turrets, actually. 1 reactor falls. Lots of damage being done here. Hash was really feeling secure with those turrets. 2nd reactor goes down. Marauder goes down. Tech Lab is queued up right now. Tech Lab will go down. More Marines popping out, but the reactor will fall to the focus fire of the Mutalisk. A Tech Lab will fall. And it looks like Hash is actually poking in here, but there is a number of Banelings and Zerglings on the field. No Mutalisk support, but the Banelings are just rolling right in their tanks, absorbing a lot of the fire. Here come the Mutalisk. Marines way back, so a tank is lost, but all the Banelings were cleaned up. That's very important. Although it looks like Kang has done significant damage to the production facilities of Hash. Turret on the natural Hash is going to go down. No repair from that. Hash is busy working on keeping his midfield army left. So now it looks like the barracks are forced to react or re-rally locally here. Oh wow, and Tech Lab's having to rebuild on everything here as the Mutalisk are coming right back for another push. Very strong Mutalisk pushes here from Kang. So as long as he doesn't play a Protoss, he's doing very well. But wow, Kang gonna get the outlying supply depots taking actually lots of fire here. I would probably not get that supply depot at the trade of a 2 Mutalisk. Thor is out. It picks up 2 more kills because it's just beefy. Turret's going to pick up 1 kill on its pass by. So Kang's just holding middle ground here. He does have the 3rd and 4th base back here. So just trying to hold that out as best he can. There is a planetary, of course, from Hash on the 3rd base here. Lots of saturation here from Hash. I don't know if it's too many. Let's check. No, it's about right. Almost a full group, which is about 24, which is what you want for these patches. 2 to 3 per 8 patch. So that's perfect. Looks like Hash losing a few harvesters. I don't know if he was aware that his top gas a little undersaturated. He was aware of it. He just moved back there. His main just gas left, basically. Hash is forced to rebuild all of those reactors. Reactors are 50-second build time. Crazy long to build those back. So Kang doing a great job of swooping in there, getting those reactors and tech labs down, forcing Hash to rebuild all of them. So he's going to do the exact same thing here as all of the Mutalisk rally in, push down there. Looking at the front, looks like there's just Marines clearing out some creep tumors. These Marines are going to get ambushed. Oh my! 1 Marine makes it away to tell his buddies not to cross the midfield. Meanwhile, more sniping from the Mutalisk. This Thor needed to be up there on the higher end. Oh, the Mutalisk being bunched up. Ouch! 7 kills on the Thor, and there's another 2. 8 kills. Those Thor volleys, wow, they hurt like hell. 4 attacks, it's almost 60 damage there. Bulk turrets being thrown up this time by Hash. The Thor needs to remain, but here comes the push into the middle. Gonna walk into this planetary fortress. Zerglings are... oh no, oh, whoops. That might have been a missed box there. Hash loses a lot of his... oh, wow, lost a planetary and a ton of SCVs. Hash says good game right after that. That was a huge misclick, I believe. And it looks like Kang finally earns his redemption. Will stay in the tournament. So Kang is our 1-time King of the Hill again. and we'll take on our next pre-arranged challenger. So stay tuned, guys. See you in just a second.